everybody, thanks for watching the VSO Gun Channel. A little bit of an impromptu video today. In this video I wanted to cover some of the equipment that I carry on the range every single time I come out here. I do have a group of subordinate gear that I carry, but this is the stuff that I carry on my person. So first off, obviously sidearm. This is the Canik TP9V2, and I usually carry it in a Serpent design of some kind. And the reason that is a lot of our guys will run these QD mounts on their equipment. So if I wanted to run somebody else's gun for the day, it would be very easy for me to cog off this holster and put on one of theirs. So that's what I run typically for my various rigs. All my rigs are set up to accept this type of holster. I will apologize for the wind noise. It is a little bit windy out here. It is getting ready to actually torrential downpour. So spare ammunition. Typically I will use some kind of belt system or molly system with pouches on them. Today I'm running a little bit slick. Spare ammunition is being carried in a Blackhawk double stack mag carrier. Basically this is designed to fit universally any double stack magazine, and it has basically a spring in there that holds the thing so it won't come out. These are available in single stack as well, but that's what's going on today. The rig that I'm wearing is actually a Blackhawk belt rig. I know I'm getting a little bit heavy on the Blackhawk today. I don't like a lot of their stuff, but some of their stuff is good. So if we look at this real quick, you can see that it is the Serpent Drop Leg system, and you can see that you basically cog right in there like that, and that's how you get QD off there. And you know, that makes it really easy for me to grab somebody else's gun if we want to cross-train with each other's weapons. While we're on this thing, the other thing you'll notice is I have communication on here. Communication is exceptionally important, and especially out here because we shoot on a 360-degree range, and when you shoot in 360 degrees, people have to come from somewhere. So we have to know when people are coming in, and this allows them to contact us a couple miles out if they're coming our direction. This thing does a pretty good job. This is a Baofeng Uv 5R, gives us a couple miles of range. And what's also neat about this is it allows us to jack into any electronic ear pro. So typically we'll have somebody who's running some kind of comms, they'll be jacked in, so even if somebody's shooting, they'll be able to hear radio transmissions coming in if somebody's coming in. Obviously we do carry our cell phones as well. We do have reception out here, so that's not that big of a deal. But if I'm rolling around on the ground or in the snow or something like that, I carry an iPhone. I can't do that. If I've got plates on, I'll crush that thing. It's a piece of glass. So having something a little bit more rugged makes sense, and something that's always on and always on somebody. That way we can deconflict. The other thing I always carry is some kind of knife. This is kind of hard to get off here. Some kind of little pen knife that allows me to do finer tasks. I like a Tonto tip for the purposes of basically getting in there and doing fine work. Maybe a small screw or something that needs turned. Things break down on the range. So I'll clip this back in here real quick. Hang on. We go ahead and move on. Like I said, I'm going a little bit slick today, so I don't have a whole rig on. I'll go grab the rig here in a second. But some kind of spare rifle magazine for the rifle that I've got out there with me today. I almost always travel with a rifle. There's wild pigs out here as well as wild humans, so you never know what you might need. So there's a spare. I always carry a spare rifle mag, at least one with me. And right now I'm kind of running it in the pocket of these, I believe these are Vertex pants. Yeah, Vertex pants. I like these ones, they do a pretty good job. In this other pocket, cell phone. Another device that's often overlooked on a range that I see a lot, and I've actually been guilty of this a lot, and I've made an extreme effort to carry this more, instead of asking one of my buddies for it, is some kind of multi-tool. I don't even know what this is. It's some kind of generic thing that I have one for my battle belt and one for my plate carrier. Rides in a spare magazine pouch in the front or on the side. indispensable. You know, it doesn't have to be real super awesome. You basically need a pair of pliers that are readily accessible, and maybe a few other things like a screwdriver attachment or something like that, should the knife that you're carrying not handle those tasks. The other thing that I absolutely, without a doubt, will not go to the range without, and this is a little bit hokey the way I have it on here, because obviously you wouldn't wear a sweatshirt over this, but it's getting a little bit cold, and I mean, it is Ohio in November, guys. Obviously, this is readily accessible. It doesn't have to be, you know, super uber tactical, but you should have a tourniquet with you when you're on the range in case some kind of emergency arises. This thing's really easy to use. I'll go ahead and demonstrate it really quick. Rat's tourniquet. You basically make a loop like this, and you can self-apply, get it all the way up there, high and tight, pull it tight, and go around. I like to then at that point go ahead and get one of the straps here and continue to go. And wow, I'm already starting to lose some feeling in my arm here. And I can only get around once. So there you go. And it locks in like that. Starting to lose feeling in my fingers already. This thing's pretty effective. I'm gonna go ahead and get that off there before we really hurt ourselves here. Yeah, so rat's tourniquet. Obviously one of those pieces of gear that you don't use very often. Hopefully a situation never arises that you have to use it, but when you need it, it's indispensable. So that's what I'm running these days. I do have on my rig, typically I'll carry one of these and a cat tourniquet that is readily accessible along with the rest of my medical gear. But that said, that's a look at that piece of kit. I'm gonna run over and get my belt rig real quick so I can kind of compare what I'm carrying today to what I normally carry in like a battle belt system. So right here, I have my typical battle belt. There's a little bit more capacity on this than just your person. Now, obviously this stuff is all stackable, so I could carry all the stuff that I'm carrying today, I could carry in addition to this. So this is the battle belt that I use. It's an HSGI of some nature. Starting on this side, knife, mentioned previously. 3 mag pouches. These are kangaroo pouches. I think they're condor pouches, but they're actually pretty good if you get the multi-cam variants. Don't buy the other crap. These allow three pistol mags on top of 3 rifle mags, and these are oversized and stretched out enough that they do fit AK mags as well. So, data point there for you guys. Douche pouch for carrying of extra kit. A lot of camera gear goes in here typically. A lot of times I drop my magazines unless I'm in a class or something like that, and I don't want people to take my shit. Radio pouch. Obviously my radio that I mentioned previously goes right in there. Medical gear. Medical gear, this is a blowout kit. This is a basically all the emergency medical, blood soakers, you know, quick clot, all that sort of stuff in there. This pouch is actually by VanQuest. This is their fat pack. On the side of that, cat tourniquet as previously mentioned. And I got a little open space here to add a little bit more stuff should I want to. I'll probably put some AK magazine pouches on there, dedicated AK magazine pouches, or maybe an admin pouch. Right here we have the attachment for our Serpa, as previously mentioned, for any Serpent gear that can lock in there. From time to time I will take that strike platform off and run some other kind of holster on there that just pops right off with the use of a knife. You just pry underneath there, or a multi-tool. Works pretty easily, and I can change the gear up for that day. But this is like the upgrade from what I'm running today. This would be above and beyond, but it still has the capacity to carry all those essentials that I carry every single time I come out here. So guys, I hope the wind noise didn't push you off this video. I have had a couple inquiries about the gear that we carry, and specifically the gear that I carry every single time I come out here. So I wanted to make a quick impromptu video while I had a little bit more daylight left and get that information out to you guys, and maybe it'll help influence some of the decisions that you make when you go to the range as well. Obviously, not every range allows you to come in with a drop leg holster, or even draw out of a holster. Be shopping around looking for different ranges that allow you to actually train with your equipment. instead of just sit at a dry bench and shoot rounds down a short hallway, but actually allow you to get out there and train with your equipment. Of course, even if you can't train at the particular range that you attend, it is exceptionally important that you go ahead and carry some kind of emergency medical gear. Either a rat's tourniquet or cat tourniquet, like I mentioned, or other kind of tourniquet. If you have a bullet wound to an extremity, you're going to want to be able to stop that bleeding instantaneously as fast as possible, and a tourniquet is the best way to do that. So I highly recommend something like this. Very easy, lightweight, easy to carry. You can go in a pocket if you care to. And of course, the other major item that I mentioned would be some kind of multi-tool to be able to go out. And nothing's worse than going to the range and having something screw up with your gun and then have to go all the way home to fix it. So having a multi-tool, even a rudimentary one.
He is properly locked into position. We take the roof to the house that built communism and beat him until he slides into place. See, you have a little bit of ricketiness, but this is just fine.
Allows you to overcome that situation a little bit more easily. Obviously, catastrophic failures you're not going to be able to fix, but your run-of-the-mill you will be able to fix with the tools that are available in just about every multi-tool. That said, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. That is a look at the stuff that I carry with me when I go to the range every single time. And I hope that you guys got some good information from this, and be looking out for more videos from the VSO Gun Channel.